Uh, belief and trust is been the answer for us, and we've been building and building and building and trying to show everything to these girls of how good they are, of how good they can be when they play together. And today was a true meaning of it. It's continued to be a trend for the last 6 games, and I mean, if they, I'm not saying if they don't believe, they believe. We have really had some confidence over this last stretch, and I mean, we owe it to them. We owe it to them trusting in one another, and you know, just give us more. We want more, more, more.
All right, question.
Coach, I guess I'll open up the questions here for to start the game, the first half. Maybe a little jittery, maybe a little nervous, just based on the fact of 9 turnovers at the half. You come back out in the second half and only took the ball 4 more times the rest of the game and actually had fewer turnovers and more head. Speak to your backcourt and their ability to take care of the basketball and valuable possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, at halftime we had talked about that, but I think in general, just with us, when we start seeing that we can play fast and teams can't hang with us, we get a little excited. And as a coach that's more defensive minded, I kind of let my players play. I'm a players coach in that aspect. Ray's one that knows that especially. But sometimes we get a little ahead of ourselves and we get going a little too fast. But in our way of doing things and what's been best for us this season is playing fast and getting looks that maybe, I mean, that's our advantage. If the tempo's slow and people put us in that position, we don't play as good. So we've got to live with some of that stuff and then try to fix those problems at halftime like we did. And then as long as we're getting stops, I can figure out how one of these assistants can figure out offensively what we need to look for.
Gina's question for you. Yesterday at the free throw line against Little Rock, maybe not your best day. Today you turn around though and you hit 2 massive free throws in the fourth quarter. I can't remember how many points it put us up, but it put us into the lead. Just talk about your approach at the free throw line coming back today, going 3 for 5.
Just locking in. We do 10 in a row every day in practice, so just locking into my free throws and just making them count. I wasn't ready to go home, so I'm like, you got to lock in, bro. I didn't want to miss, so I'm like, nah, you can't go out like this. Yeah, but 10 in a row help us a lot, so.
Okay, so going over to Raisa, may have been banged up a little bit in the beginning, but finished the game strong. Let's see here, dished out 3 assists, 6 points, efficient all day from you. What's been your down the stretch 6 games in a row? You've really taken over that floor general mentality, at least from the outside perspective.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, started off the game a little pretty banged up. So getting myself going, I kind of needed my teammates, and they were always there. They kind of picked me up and got me going again. Although it was frustrating all game, having to push through. I mean, having them, you know, you got Key, scream my name up the court, lock in, Ray, we need you right now. So, you know, having that supportive system definitely gets me through these games, getting me pushing, is getting me going.
And Carmen, yeah,
and Carmen,
Carmen
too.
stepping up to
Yep.
helping.
And getting me going is having my teammates knock down shots, so that helps as well.
Zoe, this question's for you. You know, I would say that you're primarily a defensive player on this team at the moment. Fast forward or rewind, I guess, from this point in the second half, you made a couple big baskets, especially a runner in the lane that had a nice soft touch that rolled around and went down. Just talk about, you know, being a freshman, but also stepping up massive in these games, even on the offensive side of the floor.
Like you said, I'm mostly here for not here for defense, but like I am a good defensive player, and I feel like my team needed my offense at the moment. I know, and my team know what I'm capable of doing on offense, so I just had to go out and just help my team and make them tough buckets.
That's right. Coach Palmer, for you, you become the first 8 seed in OVC tournament history to win multiple games in the same tournament. Just speak to what that means in your second year here and what it means to have SEMO across your chest.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had no clue of that. I didn't put any of that in their head. We just knew that when we made the tournament, that was our main goal, and it's been our goal since July. And the main thing, to me, that's great for the program and things like that, but we knew that we were not coming in here as the 8th seed. We knew that we were peaking and who we have really been beating lately and by how much, because we had been playing together. I think that that's shown them, what's next and what we can really be and become. And, there are things that I do at times, like want to bring up to them, and not until we came this week, but just of how close it is to being able, we talked about punching your ticket to come to the OVC tournament, because to win the OVC tournament, you got to make the tournament. That's just how the OVC is. But some of them are very, unfamiliar, which is also an innocence, too, that they, we go into Texas and play Vic Schaefer all the time. We're beating them. We just have that mentality. And I think that understanding how close they are, there's no pressure to it, but it's the fact that this is the OVC tournament, and the winner of this can go play somebody like a Dawn Staley or a Vic Schaefer. And so it's all in our favor right now, and we know that if we do the little things and we play together and we rebound and we take care of the ball, we can beat anybody in this league. We've been in every game, and we have a game plan, we have an answer, and we have people playing together, and that's the scariest part for a Cinderella story, and that Apostle Taylor just told us about before we left.
I'm following that up. I mean, you said a big win yesterday, so kind of, just how were you able to kind of carry that momentum? Do you think they gave you an advantage versus more, say, just playing their first game, and then again tomorrow you're playing our team that's playing their first game. So just kind of talk about the difference between the fatigue factor versus the momentum factor.
Right. So I'm kind of one that doesn't really look into that much as, personally, I'm just not like that. But to these guys, I didn't say that at all. I was just like, who's won here? One game? Us. You know who hasn't? Them. And they're like, oh, yeah. So I think that's just kind of a great, just keeping it simple and doing those little things that have gotten us here and not making things hard. Just do the little things. Talk on defense, rebound, don't turn the ball over, and be a good teammate. And it's working out in their favor, and we don't have to make things hard.
Yeah. And we didn't get this far for no reason, so we're trying to win it all.
Last one from me, Key. Just talk about real quick your front court partner in Anaya Williams. Her impact off the bench, especially down the stretch here this season, has been massive. What's it like playing with her, and have you learned anything from her game that you've taken into your game throughout this year?
Yes, I have. Just being a post player in general, I mean, it's a big part. It's a new part of my game. I've been really looking up to her, teaching me, and in practice, her helping me a lot. Today was really exciting getting to play with her. We have sometimes when we play together, we get a little rowdy. So you haven't seen it recently, but when it's time to come together and lock in, and we got our coaches trusting us, then it's up from there. I love playing with Nana.
We love it too.
Twin Towers.